I'll tell you, I was, we've done several videos on it, but I was feeling really depressed and overweight and out of shape. And man, it's changed my life, really.
More importantly, are you taking me boating tomorrow?
Yes, we're going to lake. That's the other thing I was going to talk to you about. I'm buying steaks. Amy's buying steaks right now. We're going to ribeyes. You like ribeyes?
That sounds kind of, yeah, of course I like ribeyes. That's what we always eat over there.
Yeah.
Of course, we can always go to your steakhouse and eat them.
Yeah, but it's more fun when we get to grill. And
I agree, but we ought to invite Matt over, the chef, and have him cook them for us.
We'll do that.
Or your dad. He really knows how to cook them.
Oh, my dad, he's the best.
You know how to cook them better than I do, though.
No, well, I'm a little out of practice because I go to the steakhouse. So I usually let Matt cook them, but yeah, I need to.
You guys have a steakhouse because your dad didn't want to drive too far to get a steak.
That's not completely true. But,
well, I heard that.
Well, there just wasn't really any good steakhouses around that he liked, so.
This is not a plug for the Steiner Steakhouse, but it is the best steak in Austin.
I think so.
You invited me out Wednesday to hear you play, and I'm glad you're getting back to playing your music.
That's another thing. I mean, I never thought in a million years that I would start playing again. And just because I'm feeling good and my mind's coming back, it's just, I picked up the guitar one day and was like, why am I not doing this anymore? So
you had number 2s, number 3s, you name it, in the country charts, were extremely successful, but you literally walked away from it all in Nashville because you were so sick of it. And, you told me you've been kind of bummed out like the last few years. And you really think, how much of it was super male? You've been going to church and stuff too.
I don't know. I just know that since I started taking it, I just feel so much better. And when you feel better and your health is there, that just, it opens up everything.
Well, used to, I'd come up here and work on Saturday, but I mean, I've learned to go out, have fun with the kids. Then I'm more relaxed when I come back.
That's another thing. Like I wasn't for the last couple of years, I wasn't even playing with my kids. I was just lay on the couch and watch TV, and now I'm out doing stuff and living life.
But literally, describe what Super Male did for you.
Well, I mean, again, I wouldn't have taken it unless we were friends. I mean, I've tried every
concoction
that there is, and most of it is bogus. And I honestly thought this was going to be one of those, placebo kind of things. And when I started taking it immediately, within 15 minutes, you feel it kind of rush in and give you like an energy boost. But over the long haul, like as weeks went by, my body started changing. If I wanted to put on muscle mass, it just started to pack on. And then I decided that I was going to lean up and get lean.
Because you're going back to Nashville.
Well, I was going to take.
Maybe I should take this away so you don't leave town.
I was going to take some pictures, and my head was, enormous. So I decided I was going to lean up a little bit, and so I just changed my diet a little bit, and it responded. I dropped like 35 pounds, and I feel great. So it's all thanks to you. And
no. It's Dr. Group. How much are you taking is the bigger question.
I do take a little more than it says.
Don't say it on it.
But not much. I take it twice a day, and I take.
They have you at the emergency room with like a 3-week-long erection. I'm sorry. I apologize. Family show. No, I didn't even sell this as an aphrodisiac, but that's the effect it has.
From all the friends that I've given it to, that's like the first thing they call me and say, why didn't you explain to me the side effects? And so, yeah, we should probably start letting people know that does happen.
Yeah, it's not advertised as that. And the larger issue is we've got so many estrogen mimickers in us that when we finally get something in there that blocks them, it's night and day. This is what we're supposed to be like.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think people realize what having your body out of whack, all the estrogen too high and your testosterone too low, what all that does to you. And you get all these health problems from having low testosterone.
Well, I mean, I gave you the challenge, and within, a month, you were ready to endorse it. So I appreciate you doing that, brother. InfoWarsLife.com helps support the broadcast. I meant to cover a bunch of news and take calls. I did not mean to just mention it and say, oh, I got to take it, and then get what CJ was saying, and then you literally...
Oh, sorry,
No. Hey, what time do you want me to come over tomorrow?
Noon.
Okay, good. Then I guess we'll eat some steaks or go boating first and eat steaks.
Whatever you want to do.
Sounds like the American dream, buddy.
That's right.
All right, well, good seeing you, brother. All right, take care. All right. There goes Shane Steiner, my old high school buddy. And he's here in the studio with us. There he goes. All right, now I'm completely out of control, completely behind and everything. I'll have to do some overdrive to get the final votes from Andrew, Mercedes, Carl, Joanne, I think, or Joanne. I can't read that. Joni, and then Phil. So that's all coming up. But Obama, hands down, is the biggest liar. Then it's Eric Holder so far. And then the FBI gets 1 vote. Bloomberg gets 1 vote. Baghdad Bob gets 1 vote. Satan gets 1 vote. That's the kind of stuff going on in my chicken scratch. So we're going to be breaking all that down. But I will news blitz when we come back. I mean, look at this story. We got a nightly news story about this tonight. This is RT, but also in Yahoo News, AFP. Coming soon, a brain implant to restore memory. DARPA working on brain implants to help restore memory. And guess what? They want it for soldiers. Human skin used to create sperm. London Telegraph. Feds consider taking Alaskan tribal land. Las Vegas Sun told you that was coming. They aren't going to stop. They're going to steal everything because they're not feds. They're pirates in control of the feds. Payrolls in U.S. rise most since 2012. Total bull. Straight ahead.
Hey, this is Steve Sanchez. Worried about the Wall Street casino? Yeah, me too. Wondering when the stock market is going to collapse? You probably want answers, but you know you can't trust the global elite. Well, my good friend Brett Kitchen, best-selling author, has created a DVD set called The Millionaire Black Box. And for a limited time, you get free access. Call 1-800-259-3131. Find out how the global elite invests without having to deal with the global elite themselves. 1-800-259-3131. 1-800-259-3131.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosate that is found in water supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day. Unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the final segment of the official transmission. Hitting some of the other news here. All over the country, they're doing military drills with explosions and gunshots in the cities on record to condition the public. And back when this was first happening in the early 90s under Clinton, they would just say it didn't exist. Helicopters didn't do this. Remember that? Oh, I think I heard Sergeant Sam Cox locally on 590 AM, one of our local affiliates this morning, talking about how Obama wants our guns. And the co-host was saying, you're a black helicopter conspiracy person. It's like Carney. There's no Benghazi memo. Well, it says that. Well, that's not what it is. There's no black helicopters. Infowars.com. Black ops helicopters buzz Kentucky residents during drills, unannounced, with explosions, you name it. Again, it's just amazing. HSBC demands to know how customers spend their money, is now asking people with as little as $1,000 in their account what they're buying and what they're doing. Unbelievable. That's up on Infowars.com. In Ukraine, crisis. Rebels are now downing Army helicopters, Ukrainian helicopters that fly over Russian-held cities. Pro-Russian rebels have shot down 2 of Ukraine's Army helicopters during anti-terror operation in the eastern city of Slavyansk, if I pronounced that right. Slavyansk, Kiev has said. Ukrainian troops begin special operations in Slavyansk. Again, the people that don't want to be under Ukrainian control, they're terrorists. But when the Ukrainian people overthrew the elected government, they were called patriots. I mean, I'm just pointing this out. I'm not on the Russian side, folks. This is bad, period. So that is just some of the news on that front. Meanwhile, I saw this story out of AP. 700 migrants rush at Spain's border, 140 breach it. Africa is collapsing, especially after Libya was taken down. It was helping all of northern and central Africa. It was really, I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying, compared to the globalists, he was like mother's milk. I mean, Gaddafi was literally building dams, literally building up, giving medicine to Africa. And now it is imploding. And look, we just can't take all the people from, the 7 billion people or whatever, or 6.5 billion that want into Europe or the U.S. I mean, we can't do it, especially when they all get welfare. We're already bankrupt and imploding. Around 700 African migrants charged Spain's barbed wire border fence Thursday in the country's North African enclave, clashing with Spanish and Moroccan border police. And why do they want into the area that has European culture? Because Europe's not been perfect, but compared to a lot of the other cultures, at least it had some Christianity to build some civilization. And when Rome fell and the Dark Ages came, it was only Christianity that survived. And you can argue it helped contribute to the Dark Ages, but if you really study history, it's the only reason any civilization made it, folks. That's the facts. And civilization is on the verge of collapse, quite frankly. How'd you like to wake up and hear this? KKK neighborhood watch proposal makes Pennsylvania townsfolk uneasy. The KKK setting up their own neighborhood watch. My issue is you're going to have a neighborhood Stasi watch program. It sounds okay, but what about anti-liberty people? That's more threatening than the KKK because it's actually organized. But the KKK does have a history of persecuting people. I'm totally creeped out by that. I don't think we should have neighborhood watch. You should organize it yourself if you want to, not have it organized by the system. The system is already too corrupt. Payrolls in the U.S. rise, most since 2012. Unemployment at 6.3%. That's totally cooked. They go on to say that the economy grew at 0.1, though. That's depression level. That's cooked numbers. Again, they're kicking people off full-time jobs and cutting them down to lower than 30. They're having to get second jobs. This is how they say they've hired more people with pure statistics. So more hoaxes, more frauds, more lies. We're going into overdrive. Infowars.com/show. Nightly news tonight, 7. And then I'll be back this Sunday, 4 to 6, with an original transmission Central. Overdrive coming up. Alex Jones here with a very important announcement. A lot of you asked me to come speak in your town or city. I would love to, but I'm so busy here in the trenches at the InfoWars Command Center, I'm just unable to travel. When my friends at Stansberry Research, one of the top analyst firms in the world, invited me to be part of a special one-day event in Dallas, Texas, I could not say no. You will hear from true experts like Porter Stansberry, T. Boone Pickens, Cactus Schroeder, Bill Murphy, Van Simmons, and myself, Alex Jones. I will be speaking on the fact that history is happening now. We are now at a critical juncture where more happens in a month than happened in the previous 10 years. I will also be breaking down the fact that a moral society is the only truly prosperous and safe society. May 31st, it's one day. The tickets will sell out. Simply visit AlexJonesDallas.com or follow the banners at Infowars.com. I have secured a discount for my listeners when you visit AlexJonesDallas.com. Again, that's AlexJonesDallas.com to secure your tickets to this one-time event, and I'll see you in Dallas.